I think I filled my gut a lot, so it runs. But I was looking at it today, and I'm thinking, oh, let me top it up so it's full, because I don't like not seeing it full. But then this video I saw on social media where the color of the petrol was looking so, I'm really scared.
That's the
But the good thing is
contamination
the
that
place
happened.
I buy, their name was not on that list, so I'm hopeful that
two fuel stations, actually, I will not mention them, but I know two fuel stations that actually were the most hit. Well, the government actually saw it on time, and they had withdrawn it's just that they thought they could quickly resolve it before, but now it has gone too far. The escalation has happened. So
by the end of this week, I'm sure.
Mentioned earlier, we're talking, what's it called, social media and the impact. So after his mother posted a YouTube clip of her boy performing, Justin Bieber went from an unknown, untrained singer to a budding superstar with a big-time record deal with Usher within 2 years. Now, Bieber went on to become the first solo artist to have 4 singles enter the top 40 before the release of a debut album. Now, Kambane, I think Lame, a 21-year-old African-American living out in Italy, became an internet sensation on TikTok during the COVID-19 lockdown. The number of talents being discovered and groomed on social media has also impressively increased over the years. Favor Ugochi Anosike is here. Anosike.
No, I'll take on the first of that. Anosike.
How are you people?
Yes.
She's here to discuss social media and its impact on talent. She would also share her story because she has quite an interesting story.
She does.
But first, let's take a break to see what we found in the news. All right, you're still watching Ways. Now, National Pizza Day on February 9 celebrates one of America's all-time favorite food. Whether it is a thin crust, Chicago-style, deep dish, or anything in between, pizza is definitely a favorite. Though flatbreads with toppings were consumed by ancient Egyptians, Romans, and Greek, the modern birthplace of the pizza is southwestern Italian Campania region, home of Naples. Now founded around 600 BC as a Greek settlement, Naples in the 1700s and early 1800s was a thriving waterfront city. Technically an independent kingdom, it was notorious for its thrones of working poor or lazzaroni. Now, these Napolitans required inexpensive food that could be consumed quickly. So pizza flatbread with toppings that can be eaten for everyday meal fulfilled this need. Now, this early pizza featured tasty toppings such as tomatoes, cheese, oil, olives, and garlic. And so it was a poor man's food, but now it has become a...
So when you said Nepal, I was hearing something else until I paid attention and I heard it clearly. That being said, there is a brand in Nigeria that is actually doing something interesting with pizza, and unfortunately I can't name them, but they're bringing different flavors. Is it flavor now or taste? I don't know. Africanizing it, because I saw something about catfish pizza.
Chicken suya.
I told my friend to send me a box. I'm really waiting for the box to see it. But I mean, I think
for any business, you must bring your concept, but make it local. You must localize it. That's the only way you can get the buy-in of the local consumers. Absolutely. It's just like you going to India and putting beef inside your pizza.
They'll be looking at you like, are we safe?
What did you find for us in the news?
Okay, so in the news today, I'm still talking JAMB. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has advised parents against putting undue pressure on their wards who are taking the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, that's UTME. JAMB said undue pressure could lead the students to fraudsters who claim to have the ability to upgrade their results. So in April 2021, during the 2021 UTME, JAMB, of course, banned parents from the examination venues and warned them against putting pressure on their words. So I think they're just having conversations, communicates with them for them to actually optimize their performance and just be a parent, really. Yeah.
I also found the peaceful news. Lag Ride. I'm trying to Google to see if it has an app. Right? To see if it has an app. I saw the picture of the taxis. It's not like it's a new story,
Okay.
but I think these pictures just started surfacing because from what I am seeing here, March 4th, 2021 was when this partnership was signed with CIG Motors. You know, beautiful cars. I don't know if they can pull up the video. It's like a very short video. Those are the cars there. Beautiful taxis. You know, to see was probably if there's an app, because if they standardize it the way you have the Ubers and all of those brands, the car hailing services.
Yeah.
That way, I know that yes, they are ready and they mean business, because
Absolutely.
we will not have. And again, if it is also tied to ownership of the taxis, because I don't know why you give pool cars and all of a sudden it's looking dilapidated and all of that. You know, most times it's because the cars belongs to the company. So even what most companies are doing now is that when they give you a car, your official
You're
car,
working to
yes,
for
you're
it to become
watching,
yours.
yes, for it to
Yeah.
become. So you would eventually maintain it. Is better maintained and all of that.
So
I don't know how the structure of the lag ride
Ride is
would
going to
be,
be,
but the
yeah.
goal they say is about the buy-in of the citizens, you know, to start the business. So I remember so many people that I know that had extra cars. Instead of sitting at home, they had to hire a driver. But
Yeah,
guess what?
absolutely.
They now found out the drivers.
People come into the space, play the game, do business. You want
Me, I
business,
want to see the
let's
app.
see how it goes.
Let it be exactly
Did
like
I
the
tell you
other
that you
apps.
see an app?
I'm saying that why would you have this kind of beautiful cars
Okay.
and you don't have apps, you know, to be able
They'll
to
get
up.
there.
I mean, I flew in on a Monday from the aircraft. I was still in the aircraft when I ordered an
right,
Uber.
right, yeah.
You're right. So to where I'm going, so I don't have to drive. So if this is the cars that they want to, I mean the taxis that we'll be having in Lagos, it was only nice for them to also have, you know,
An
an
app.
app. I don't have to be going, okay, how much, the way we are doing taxi.
I think they'll get there because
have
I also
to.
think that Lagos State.
The car is too fine for them not to get
Yeah,
there.
Lagos State have been doing something around tech. I think
Yeah.
there was a link I shared. I was looking for it. I can't remember what. Again, in the right direction, and I'm hoping that things will get better.
Hopefully,
really.
we are hoping with you. All right, on that note, we'll take a break now. When we come back from the break, we want to discuss social media and the impact it has had on different talents. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
That exploded.
He suffered equally.
How can we have peace without justice?
Plus politics. It's not just another political conversation, it's about keeping you in the know. The relevant interviews, asking the tough questions to those that matter. Get the answers you need. Does it mean that the people who were injured, people who were shot at, those who were involved in that stampede, every weeknight at 7 p.m. on Plus TV Africa?
I had no desire to study law, none whatsoever. I was more inclined to fine arts. My only ambition, I would say, was to become the chief prosecutor. For me, politicians are a bit too playful. That's what I believe. And since '99, we've seen how much investment in social events, in launching some streets that you just started, and the whole day will be spent on this occasion. Rich people are generally law-abiding. We are not law-abiding. So another problem of administration is that people don't follow the rules.
Timeless Conversations, airing every Sunday at 8:30 p.m.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, social media has changed the lives of so many people in Nigeria and the global society. And for those who understand social media and how to use it, their audiences and relevance has grown exponentially. It can be a useful tool for personal branding and corporate branding, bringing advantages like putting you in the limelight and creating numerous opportunities. Now, do you believe social media has made an impact on talent, especially in today's society? Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. You can also tweet at us at PlusTvAfrica with the hashtag #WaysShow, and we'd love to read your tweets.
I love the joy in your body today. Please wear blue every day.
I should wear blue every day.
And whoever is talking in her ear, please come every day too.
She's not letting me on. He's just making me, it's cracking me up. But you know, when I read the intro earlier, when we talked about Justin Bieber, you know, I was just thinking that if Justin Bieber, if that had happened at this time, you know, then it was just YouTube that it was posted on. I think his video was on YouTube, Abis.
I haven't really followed.
I can't remember, but
I
think
know
it was
he's
YouTube.
linked to Usher, but I don't know more.
Yeah, I think it was YouTube, because there was no Instagram then. Now there wasn't Instagram, there wasn't TikTok.
I think it was Facebook.
Yeah, maybe Facebook. Yeah, maybe Facebook and probably YouTube.
And people that would drop a song and then break the internet or something will happen. He's still in that league.
Still
So I think Justin was just born to be a star, really, and he's just a star.
Yeah.
So even if it happens now, like you said, it will be double.
Like 10
but I
times.
don't think he will still be way more than what it is.
But what do you
now.
think, though? How do you think social media has impacted on people and their talents?
Because I know you are always bashing social media on this table, but I think social media is amazing. Sometimes when I sit down to reflect, I wonder where or what I would be doing if there wasn't this form of new media. And it's not just about digital marketing or influencer marketing. It's about the opportunities it gave me, the opportunities I was able to tap into, the resources that you're able to get. Because I tell people, yes, I'm a graduate of computer science and blah, blah, blah. But a lot of things that I know did not come from the four walls of going to that school, right? It was self-taught. It was using social media for good for myself, like researching, finding opportunities that I can key myself into, taking courses and getting better, right? So I think social media is amazing, and it will work for you if you have the right focus. I'm glad you used the word focus earlier. So if you have the right focus and you're looking for the right things, the sky is really your starting point, because there are opportunities.
Absolutely.
But if you want to use social media to whatever, I mean, social media will be whatever you want it to be for you. So if you want to focus on the negative, okay, I agree with you, it is negative. And if you want to focus on the positive, there are loads of positives. Like, people are getting grants, people are applying for visas, people are getting into programs that are changing their lives every day. So
absolutely. And just to put it out there, since you mentioned visa, if you want to apply for jobs, you want to apply for visas, right now they check your social media. So you have to be careful. All right,
Careful
so
what you
Favor
say.
Ugochi Anosike, influencer Tunde Ednot, who constantly shares her freestyles on his platform, shared one of her what's it called, cover that she did on One Ticket by Kiss Daniel. So that was, you know, so social media is good. And she's joined us live in studio. Hello.
Hi. Good to have you.
Good to have you.
Good to have you both too. You look amazing.
Thank you. You know, it's so interesting that now that I'm thinking about it, there's supposed to be like a International Mother Tongue Day. We should have brought Ugochi
on that
day,
right?
because the infusion of the Igbo dialect to what you do, come on. You gotta give it to them.
Dalo.
I don't know how
give
to
us
one or two.
Yeah, one or two.
Okay. Oh, the funny how you're making me behave.
Okay.
Let my body go the shake. Okay. Man, I not be like it.
Are you the lie now? You feel the lie.
Going to different studios and all of that, you know. So, but now it's almost like you don't have to do all of those, because social media has just given you direct access.
Yeah.
If you have a talent and you think your talent is good enough, all you have to do is just post it and probably tag Tunde Ednot, tag, you know, all the Insta blogs and all of that. And hopefully something just...
Covers. I've always done covers. I feel like music is life. So songs are a gift to humanity. So when I cover your songs, I love the song. I cover it because I actually love the song. So I do covers. Even while I was a radio girl, I kept, covering people's songs, putting their songs out, putting it on my, small, you know, my small page then, you know, and just, you know, it was just for fun, you know. So this one time, I think I was on air, and when I was done, on air, I posted that one ticket cover. You know, I just put it out there. And then when I put it out, I was just packing my things to leave. And then someone was like, I used to be I2 Talk then. Someone was like, I2 Talk, biao. I'm like, what's going on? Have I said something? Because I think it was like politics. Like,
Is it lie? Is this reality?
I can't lie on live TV. And I don't lie once it's like past 6 o'clock.
Okay, cool.
So like I opened it, I'm like, this is not my page. And then when I kept my phone, it just hung up. It wasn't working anymore. Like for every scroll, there was like an extra 1,000 followers. So I was just confused. I didn't know what I was doing. So what happened was Tunde Ednut had hijacked all my posts and then put them out. Like that one ticket cover, like, and it was already doing like 200K views on his page. I was just confused. And before I knew it, I think Nedu Wazobia FM reached out to me, he called me. Then Tunde Ednut was already in my DMs. So it was just overwhelming, you know, because I had been posting all my covers for myself, you know, and just for my few friends on WhatsApp, you know. So fast forward to that, you know, when you don't actually know how to manage fame, you can just get really overwhelmed. I think it happened with me. And, you know, I came back eventually to social media, and then Do You Really Like Me happened. And then I gained like 100K followers in 2 weeks, you know. So cut the story, like, you know, as short as I can. Social media is just amazing, like she said, if you want it to be. And I always tell people, even if you're not tagging people, as long as you're consistently putting out stuff that is...
You're watching.
Yes, there is always someone.
You know, I was going to say something about that, because it's not like when you posted the one ticket, you tagged anybody.
It did like 3 days.
So,
On your page?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about it. So I was
Wow.
like,
Okay.
Do you know, so the point I'm trying to make is, so I wanted to throw this back at you. How good do you have to be, right, when you are even putting out some of these things that you...
craft, because these days cruise is the new cool. You could literally just be sipping.
Stupid?
Yes, that's the
Are
you could literally just be sipping. So that's why I always tell people, just make sure that you're putting stuff out. If you actually want to create relevance from social media, put stuff out, because there's so many people that we didn't used to know last year that we know this year. And then I also say, like, COVID played like such a huge role, because 2020 changed the life of everybody, because everybody was home. People had more time to be with their phones. So everything was content. Playing with your dog was content. People just needed to watch something that wasn't like just sitting
Regular.
at home. People got tired of even, you know, just being at home. People just wanted to see anything. So yeah, it did
To be I2 Talk.
yes.
And now, I mean, I never knew you when you were to talk.
Really?
I
You
got
see?
to know you when it was Ugochi, right? And in fact, you started blowing, I realized, okay, this girl follows me, I follow her.
I knew you like
Oh wow. Okay.
since. I knew Elsie like since, because
Okay.
I've always been like very social media savvy.
Oh, okay. So, when did you decide it was right to rebrand to Ugochi? I mean, there should be a story to that people can learn. That's the
yes.
branding aspect. Then
Yes.
secondly, before you even decided to rebrand, it means that you got to that aha moment where you said, you know what, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
Let's just leave radio and
Yes.
put my talent out there and make money. So, when did that happen? And then why?
Transition,
Yeah.
very
The
important.
whole time I used to be on radio, I'd always wanted to do music. If you remember, I said I used to put out my covers. You know, it was the way of life for me. It was a way of life. I've always been like so into singing, remaking songs, telling stories.
Okay.
More of a storyteller. I like to tell stories through my music. So I2 Talk was, people thought I was a comedian. So if I tell person say my name is I2 Talk, they'll say, where are you doing your comedy? I'm like, oh. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to answer the name that my mother gave to me.
Yeah.
So Ugochi was the name I thought about it, wanted to do.
Okay.
That was not where I thought, okay, I was going to. Even with the music, I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm going to start making money off music. I just wanted to sing. But now, you know, I'm also making money off of music. So it wasn't a bad idea at all. Like, I'm so happy that I'm doing what I love and people are loving it as well.
So did you start radio? I mean, this is me taking it back to the conversation we had
Please,
yesterday.
yes.
Is it because you wanted to do something and you didn't want to be idle? Because like you said, radio wasn't really what you wanted to do. But did you
But
go
it was the
into
closest. I was going to say that it was the closest to what her passion was.
Thank you.
Because you were there in the middle of music,
media.
listening to music.
I wanted to be like media girl. So while I was serving, I served in the north. I served in Kebbi State 2017. So I was that batch. So I was serving at Vision FM back then in Kebbi. So while I was doing service there as an intern, I just loved, the thrill of radio. I'm like, okay, this could be my shot at also being in the music scene because you could get people's songs and then play. So while I was doing radio, I was recording my songs and also playing it, playing myself on radio. So it was just like, okay, I'm just close to doing what I love. And then I used to play like my friends that used to sing. I would just play their stuff. I used to be posting my covers and all of that. So yeah, being in the media was more like an elder brother for me. So it was someone I'm like, okay,
a strategy.
I'm still inside the music with one leg. So, yes.
I was going to ask you like what you think the role of the media has played again with talent, even outside of social media, the media generally. But you know what? We'll take a very short break. When we return from the break, we'll continue the conversation. Stay with us. All right, so if you just tuned in, we're having an amazing chat with Favor Ugochi Anosike on social media and its impact on talent. Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. You can tweet at us at PlusTvAfrica1 with the hashtag WaitShow. All right, so media, right? Media, what do you think the role of the media has been, in general talent, pushing out talents, in Nigeria especially, because so many things has changed, but I still believe that the media has a huge role to play, and how it can get better at pushing out, great talent and content.
I mean, look at me. I'm on your set. People are watching me on TV. We cannot take away the media from talent. The media was there before social media. The media will still be here. In fact, there is no social media without media. So the media is the role. You're driving home, you're listening to your radio, you're listening to these songs, you're on TV, you're seeing these videos. A lot of people are not, some people are not really like on social media. You understand?
And there are plenty.
My dad found out about like my songs on radio. My dad is a radio person. He doesn't know how to do, So even that aside, we cannot take away the role of TV. We can't take away the role of the newspapers, magazines, because these things, they still give you that you're embodying it all. Social media is just a branch. It's just one branch. So the media is encompassing from magazines to newspapers to blogs to people writing about you to radio to
you coming to understand the business of music and understanding that social media can pay you, right? I want to take us through that journey, right?
Okay.
At what point did you realize how much you can make, and how would you advise people that are also coming up to monetize?
I realized it very late, my dear. Influencer. People are making tons of money. You should know better. People are making tons of money, like from just being influencers. And then as an artist, it's like this. You don't even like want to know the amount of money people. When someone says like their song did 100 million streams or 10 million streams, yeah, go Benz. That's Benz. Like that's Benz money. That's like someone can, and they don't get it. Like you can actually be okay and it's so cool.
So wait, are you trying to tell me now that this guy, Dorime, you want to bam bam because?
Do you know how much?
I was calculating the money. She can enter studio tomorrow.
Yes, because his video, his song that you want to bam bam.
Yes,
it went everywhere. This is a small boy from Edo State.
Yes,
we are proud of.
So it went everywhere, and he also had copyright issues because he went that far. So you know, it was almost like a cover to what's this the real Dorime song.
Yes. I mean,
so they actually took it off. I think it was last 2 weeks or so.
They took it off for copyright claims,
for copyright issues,
and
so
all of that.
I don't know how much.
Some money had been, some money definitely, some money would have been made already, but they would report.
The song is no longer on Instagram.
No, I think they put it back on
platforms. Well, it was taken off some platforms.
I think they put it back on. I think they had like conversations. You know, that kind of thing. You have to. That's the thing too. You know, you also have to reach
learn
out.
that part too.
Yeah, you need to learn. So you know,
so
you're
how
not
do
using.
you do that? Do you get to like an entertainment lawyer,
of course,
to work with you, or how?
Yeah, you definitely. For every entertainer needs to have one. You need to have someone that you're speaking to, legally. Someone that is explaining stuff to you. You get. But the thing is, for some artists as well, I always say this, that cannot afford lawyers, you need to be like friends with you too, learn, read, so you can know what's up, know okay if I'm on the right track, and also like learn to use like original content, because it's always a problem when you use someone's content. You cannot make money off of someone's content. It has to be your content.
Yeah, you don't realize you amass those views and the money will go to that
to go to someone else.
Why I'm saying, because you broke into the limelight doing a cover of a Kiss Daniels song.
I didn't make money off of that.
No, I know you didn't make money off of that. The question I'm trying to ask, is it possible for you to have reached out to a Kiss Daniel to say, this is what I did,
yes,
maybe I'll need your approval, then that way you might be able to make money?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can reach out, and then there is some kind of...
Because I'm really, really pained. Really?
Yeah, I know, brother. Tell him to do the right thing.
Even WhatsApp is social media. As tells the other person that if you are a content creator, if you actually want to be like in the media space. So yeah.
So what's your creative process like? Because honestly, I do like your content.
Thank you.
I also like how you add the Igbo into it. Even when you're talking now, she'll tell you Okwa. So what's your creative process like? Where do you get your inspiration from?
Basically like from like gist, streets. I feel they go house. I might be like on my way home, and then I see some people like arguing. I have a story. I want to just maybe imagine what it is they were arguing about.
Because the one she's doing Hello Bill. Do you want to sing it?
Breakfast no be your mate.
That's why I'm asking if they don't hold your breakfast.
Who gave you breakfast?
Well, it has stayed a bit, but stuff like this don't leave.
So why is it important for you to put out contents that almost are like inspiration?
That's why I like Liverpool. I want to join them because I just left. Please, Arsenal fans, people should not be arguing with me, but I left because people have broken my heart into pieces. In fact, this my song is for Arsenal people. People broke my heart, so now I want to buy form for Liverpool. But when Liverpool people say like you're not alone, that stuff resonates with me, because there's nothing in this world that you're going through that someone else hasn't been through or is not going through. So the kind of music that I make is I'm relating to what someone else is relating. So even if you can't relate at the moment, there's someone else. So the music is always for someone. Your content is always for somebody. So that's why I always have issues with people that say, I don't like what she's doing, it's trash. This person is doing trash. It could be trash to you, but to someone else, it's heaven. You're
online. And I saw the content. I was wondering, why would you put out that more?
That are very